Hey guys, and welcome back for another short flow. Today's session is going to be a bit of a different session, focusing on recovery using foam rollers and other types of rolling devices to help massage out your muscles from head to toe. So the things you are going to need for today is a rolling pin. If you've got an actual massage rolling pin, then great. If not, a normal rolling pin would be great. And a foam roller. So mine's a little bit aggressive with the bumps. You might just have a flat one, a bit similar to this. If you have a long one, these are super handy for your back and larger areas of the body. So if you go ahead and grab those, and then just join me with your rolling pin to begin with in the center of your mats. So we're going to start off with our rolling pin. The first area of the body we are going to do is often the one that doesn't get used or looked after as much as we should, considering we use it all the time. So that is the underneath of our feet and our ankles. So we've got a lot of muscles that lead all the way up our legs, and they all attach underneath here. So it's really important that we start at the root of that muscle for good mobility and restorative care. So you're just simply going to get your rolling pin. I keep mine under my desk so I can do this while I'm working as well. And you can just roll out your feet just simply like so. So these ones, this rolling pin that I'm using right now, you can get on Amazon for less than a tenner probably. But if you haven't got one to hand, then a normal wooden rolling pin that you would use to cook with is absolutely fine as well. It does the same job. So you're just going to do, for mobility, we're going to do 5 to 10 rolls per body part. If you're doing this as more of a restorative session and you've got a bit more time, then feel free to spend 3 to 5 minutes on each of these. So I'm averaging about 10, I think, or coming up to 10 on this foot now. So really working in right up to the heel, as well as underneath the balls of the feet and even into the toes as well, if you can. And really focusing underneath the sole of the foot into that arch. So once you've done 10 rolls on one side, switch feet and start to work onto the others. So you might find that actually this feels quite painful, and that would suggest that you're quite tight under there and that perhaps you need to do this more often. If you've ever injured your ankles or you're a keen runner, then definitely start doing this one. Start working with the plantar fascia underneath your feet to kind of improve that mobility and aftercare as well, because this is obviously stimulating the blood flow and helping repair those muscles under there. So working from one end of the foot right into that heel, and you could even just focus on the heel if you want to, if that's a particular painful area that would suggest there's a lot of tightness there. Just going to do a couple more rolls on this side, and then you can just put that rolling pin to one side. The next area we're going to work towards is the calves, moving up the body, of course. If you have a bobbly roller, this will get deeper, or you could go for the smooth roller approach. What we're going to do is simply take the legs straight out in front of us, place the roller underneath one calf, roughly where the ankle is, and then you're going to take the other leg over the top. You're then just simply going to push the body using your hands all the way forward, so rolling the legs all the way forwards, right up to the knee if you want to, and then all the way back. So again, we're just doing 5 to 10 rolls, and you can kind of roll over to one side and then twist the foot the other side to get really into that back of the calf muscle. You might find one area is a bit more painful than the other, so maybe find that little niggle and then work into it a bit deeper. I'm going to do 3 more rolls. And of course, if this is too much, you can just remove that top foot and roll like so. And then when you've done 5 to 10 on one side, we'll switch over to the other side. So again, placing that roller underneath the ankle, setting yourself up in that cross-leg position or foot to floor, wherever you're most comfortable, and then rolling all the way up to the back of that knee, almost massaging the entire muscle. And this is quite a good strength workout for your arms at the same time. You might want to move over to the outside, just slightly twisting the leg on that roller, Or you might want to roll over on the inside. That's probably a little bit more painful for me, that side. And again, obviously, if you need to use that foot underneath you, rather than have the whole body weight over the top of it, you can. So again, we're just looking for 5 to 10 rolls on each side. Moving up the body again, we're going to do the exact same thing, but underneath the hamstrings. So you are literally going to bring this almost underneath your bum, lift yourself up, and then just slowly roll yourself up and over, massaging the back of the hamstrings. And you can probably do, if you've got one of these longer ones, both hamstrings at the same time. So again, if you want to do this as more of a restorative thing, you would spend a bit longer. So 3 to 5 minutes on average per body part. Whereas if you're looking to improve mobility and blood flow and give a kind of a little bit of restorative care, then 5 to 10 rolls per body part should be enough. So moving away from the hamstrings, you've also got, obviously on the legs, the quads and the IT band. So the IT band is often an area of tightness for most of us. If you walk, run, it will probably be used and it will probably hurt. So you are going to place the roller underneath your hip, and you're simply just going to roll all the way down the side of that leg towards the knee. So you're kind of coming from the back of the glute all the way across, so it moves in a kind of diagonal across the leg. So just gently position yourself over that roller. You might find one end, so for me nearer the knee is a bit tighter, so I might just want to spend a little bit more time down here. And then when you've done 5 to 10 on that side, switch sides. So you're just again setting yourself up in the same way, finding the position with the roller underneath you, and then working into that body part. You might find one side is a bit more uncomfortable than the other, and that's perfectly normal. You'll find throughout yoga that one side will always be a little bit more tight, a little bit more flexible, a little bit more less mobile, whatever it might be. One side will always be stronger or weaker than the other, more mobile or stiffer than the other. And that's normal. And that's why in yoga it's so important that we balance our body. So the practice of yoga really focuses on doing both sides of the body equally throughout all the movements. And then once you've done your 5 to 10 on each side of the IT band, we'll start doing the quads. So you're going to come into a prone position for this. And you can do, if you've got the longer ones, you can do both at the same time. Again, you're just coming over the top of that roller, placing your quads on top. You might come onto your elbows for this, or your forearms, and just let the body roll all the way over. Walk the body forwards, come right down to the knees. So you might find just the bit above the knees is a little bit more tight, and then you can roll all the way back up towards the hips. So again, a good upper body workout for you guys as well with the rolling of the quads. If you want to add more pressure and you've just got a single roller, you can of course do that cross-legged position that we had with the calves. And again, as with all the other ones, just 5 to 10 rolls per body part. So I'm probably about there now. So we've done the legs, we've done the ankles and the feet, or the feet, which goes into the ankles. And we're going to start working our way up the body. So the next one would be the upper back. So this one is quite a nice one, either to roll or just to hang out there. So you're going to place the roller across, so this is where you will need your long one, and preferably probably not using one of these. You are simply going to place the roller on your kind of bra line, so your mid back, and then you're just going to let the body kind of fall over or bend over that roller. So your knees can be bent, your feet can be flat on the floor, and you can just let the body kind of melt over that roller. Let the arms fall out to the side, and just take a little moment there, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling your breath. So this is a good position to be in, to feel your breath expand across the back of your lungs. So really take note of how your lungs work. When you inhale, see if you can use or fill up the area at the back of the lungs and feel that pressing against the roller. We often just use the front of our lungs quite often in exercise and neglect the back, where we actually have far more space for the air to be absorbed, the oxygen to be absorbed by the body. Once you've had a few moments there, you might not want to move. You could just place the hands behind the head so you support the neck, and just gently use that roller across your whole back. You can walk all the way to the lower back if you want, and then all the way forwards, just using it to gently massage either side of the spine. I'm going to go for 3 more just to finish. Last one. And then I'm going to show you one last stretch or foam roller movement. So we've done the back, we've done the legs, we've done the glutes, we've kind of got in there with the IT band and bits. So we're going to work in towards the lats and kind of under here now. So you're going to come onto your side, place that roller, and again, you probably won't want to go for the more aggressive option for this. You're just going to place that roller underneath your lateral muscles and then figure out where you need it. So you can just kind of fiddle around. You might find that down the side of your ribs is a bit more painful, or you might find, and quite commonly, the bit just under your armpit in towards your shoulder is a bit more lumpy bumpy. And this can really help to just kind of ease off any pain, improve the blood flow, to help recovery. And again, just 5 to 10 on each side. So I'm going to stop on that side now and switch over to the other. You might be able to see better where it is when I'm facing the other way now. So you're just dragging that roller almost into your armpit and finding the points of your niggle points. So my niggle points might be different to yours. You might find that yours is definitely lower down. I can definitely feel this in my upper body, under my armpits and into my shoulder. So I might just spend a bit more time there, and then I might move down as it starts to ease off and focus on the other areas so that I'm covering everything again. So again, just 5 to 10 on each side of those. I hope you guys have found that useful as a bit of an alternative to a yoga flow or kind of traditional stretch routine. If you enjoyed that, give this video a like, leave your comments below, and I'll catch you all again very soon. Catch you later.